once again and training out of Victory. Aaron Pete's running the show over there these days. And you didn't have a fight until today. Literally, like it just worked out perfect and you were able to make it to these fighter interviews. But literally, Harvey was just telling me that he got an email like at 10:30 p.m. last night, sent the message immediately, said he wanted to fight a 185 pounder, sent the message immediately to your coach. You guys looked him up, said, we'll take the fight. You say the guy's a wild card. What does that mean?
He's a wild card. So my dude either swings to win or swings to lose.
Okay, it's all or nothing.
He hasn't.
He's knocking out or getting knocked out.
He hasn't made out. He hasn't made out the first round.
Okay.
And all 5 of his fights, he has not made out the first round.
Okay.
So
I don't even know who the guy is, but tell me, please.
Just there's some dude up in LA, Carson area.
Okay.
And I don't know anything particular about like where he trains at or what he does. I just got to see his fights. He's just very loose with his style, and that's cool for some people. It works, but I play a very technical game.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's not gonna fly.
So you've been training hard. Obviously, you've been up there getting black eyes, getting bruised up.
Yeah.
Your jiu-jitsu game is high level. You're a Victory, so they got high level everything under that roof. What are you worried about from him, and what do you feel like the reason why you'll be able to win this fight with this guy?
Oh, just with anyone, man. Like you can, as long as you're trained, throw a punch and you land, you're gonna knock someone out.
Yeah.
So there's always that.
There's always a puncher's chance.
Exactly. And I always give that respect to any of my opponents. I don't care if they're brand new or if they're like seasoned veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I always give them that respect. And having that mentality, I think, is what helps, because when you start to underestimate your opponents and then you start to like downplay them, you start to downplay yourself. Right. I want the challenge. I want people to threaten me.
Right.
Because that's going to force me to train harder. It's going to make me wake up in the morning. I'm going to go train hard. I'm going to be diligent in my practice. I'm going to make sure that come fight night, I am the best version of myself I can be at that moment. Because every one of my opponents pushes me to get better.
You mentioned something that didn't come up on, I believe, the previous interviews that we've done, but you said that you started dancing around the same time you started martial arts?
All right. Okay, so way back, long ago, and I was still in the military, just a wee little Marine. I started doing jiu-jitsu and I started doing boxing when I was deployed.
Right.
Met a girl, kind of had a crush on her, and so she would take a dance class, and I was like, we'll take a dance class too. And I was terrible. I sucked. I sucked.
As with anything that you never learned before.
A very long time. And then eventually, military stuff happens. I wouldn't come back to martial arts till maybe like 2014. But during that time, I went through a bunch of stuff. I went through Special Forces school, ended up getting washed out of Special Forces school. And then I ended up with just a bunch of time. And I went to this place called the Orlando Salsa Congress. And it's just this big convention. It's a weekend long party. It's just like dance workshops and dance parties. And I would just watch. I hardly danced. Like the one time I did dance, ended up like kneeing this poor woman in the gut. I try to do this trick where it's kind of like a bounce back, but I didn't understand it was with the hand, and that the knee was just like a trick.
Yeah.
Right. So I pulled her and I kneed her, and I traumatized the poor woman. And
so did you never want to dance again after that, or
kind of, sort of? Eventually, I just kind of like kept with it, and then afterwards, flash forward so many years later, like I'm a lot smoother, a lot better. Afterwards, I'll show you some videos.
Yeah. So you're still doing this?
Oh, dude, I do it all the time, man.
So what kind of dancing is for people that don't know? I mean, you say salsa convention. I think a lot of people have an understanding of that.
Yeah. So it's like it's social partner dancing. So it's freestyle. Mm-hmm. Right, it's all freestyle. It's kind of
not choreographed.
Exactly, it's kind of like martial arts, right? You learn your basics, you learn fundamentals, and then you get in there and you kind of dance with another person, right? And it's a feel, right? Same thing here. You learn your basics, you learn your fundamental steps, and then you learn a bit of musicality, right? And then you're jamming, you're freestyling, right? And if your partner is good, you guys are even leveled, right? We have this like nonverbal communication, right? Very similar to fighting. There's a lot of nonverbal communication going on. And so like, I do this and now she turns, and then I do this and now she like wraps up, and then we do this, like boom, you freestyle.
Wow. Right? And you hear fighters say that fighting is a dance.
Absolutely. 100%.
And you're taking that to a very literal level. So do you feel like that the dancing, the style that you do has helped you with your martial arts?
Yeah. It tells me to be loose. Because like in fighting, like a new guy, right? New guy comes to the gym is like really robotic, punches weird, right? Same thing with dance. You come to the first dance class, you're like, don't know what to do, don't know how to do like two-step. And then eventually you just learn how to like mellow and groove, right?
Flow, you
And
get
same
confidence.
same thing with your
Read the
hands.
nonverbal cues. Yeah.
Yeah, same with your hands, right? Sometimes I want to be fast.
Right.
Sometimes I want to be slow. And then I want to be able to like mix up between.
Right.
You know, you have to learn how to create that tension. And that's what helps understand timing. Because then when I teach timing to my students for striking, same type of thing. Full beats, half beat, quarter beats. It's the same thing in fighting, same thing in dance.
Wow.
Know the way broadly, my friends.
I love it. I love it. That is gold right there. What can your fans expect to see when they see you fight February 17th in the Epic Fighting Cage?
You guys are going to see a clean demonstration of pure martial arts, and it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be fascinating, and will be violent.
Wow. Well, I can't wait to see it. Appreciate you coming back on the card, back in the studio.
Good time, brother.
And we will see you here at Epic Fighting February 17th. EpicFighting.com for tickets. EpicFightingLive.com for the pay-per-view. Don't drink and drive. Get yourself an Uber there or get a hotel at the 4 Point Sheraton Resort. Address is 8110 Aero Drive, and that's San Diego, California, 92123. We'll see you guys there. EpicFighting.com has all the details and tickets.